Hey everyone, Creeper here. So, what are we doing in today's stream? Well, we are making fun of Mr. Sin, a YouTuber. Now, I don't know if you can see here, but there's two videos that are quite interesting. Both of them about Vaush. And I decided, hey, let's look into them to see if Mr. Sin is saying anything stupid. Of course, I've watched parts of them already, but let's see this.
Nice microphone.
Why are you so
right
talking
now?
about this phone?
How do you tell me you get zero proof without telling me you get
big
zero
question
proof?
Why did you
is-
say every single black woman in America talks the exact same way? The exact same fucking way. Why did you say that?
I know you probably don't actually care that much about the answer, but I didn't actually say that.
Because every single motherfucking black woman in America talks the exact same way. The exact same fucking way.
No.
Okay, let's talk about this a little bit. Okay, let's talk about context of this. So, context of this is he's specifically talking about black conservative women. Now, does that make it okay to say that? No, it's stupid. It's incredibly stupid for Vaush to say, and Vaush has already admitted to that. Now, to be fair, a lot of black conservative women, or liberal women, in fact, as well, in politics, do have to dress and look a specific way. Because it's easier for white Americans to feel safe around other people of different races if they have straight hair and act in what they would perceive as white ways. Especially in the Republican Party, let's be honest here. Let's all be honest with ourselves here, guys.
Actually makes Vaush a racist per se. I do think it's rather funny though, especially because of the type of people that Vaush likes to surround himself with, and he's not holding himself up to his own standards, really.
How?
See, if this was happening to anybody else, let's say like a PewDiePie or some random edgelord in the commentary community, or hell,
he is a random edgelord in the commentary community.
Even me, we would all be looked at as racist.
Okay, I'm sorry, Sin, but people might think that of you for other reasons. Possibly you telling a black guy to stop chimping out or something like that, or using the N-word multiple times. Something like that, I don't know.
And alt-right, and all those other interesting little buzzwords that people like to throw out now. But, because it's Vaush, it looks like he's just gonna sweep it under the rug, as well as every other person. Now again, I don't think this necessarily...
Also, just so you know, Sin, right here, you're on the side of some stupid Twitter lefties. Does that make you feel good? It shouldn't.
necessarily makes Vaush racist. You could make the argument that it does, however.
So you're gonna play into the ideas of some dumb Twitter lefties. Yeah, not the best idea. You don't want to be associated with those people, not gonna lie.
That would be very funny, because it's Vaush. And again, because of the standards he tries to hold himself up to, that ultimately fail and show him to be a lying, deceiving, disingenuous sack of human waste.
What standards? I'm sorry, generally what? Also, it's a good thing for Vaush to finally decide to take medication, because if you don't know, Vaush is in fact autistic.
That's the funniest bit of all this. And that's really the only takeaway you have from this clip, at least. I think
Clip. Keyword. Clip.
it's a rather interesting clip.
Yeah, keyword there is clip.
I'm sure there's more. I'm sure this has to do with the whole Nicki Minaj stuff and whatever
Actually, the black conservative bit came way before the Nicki Minaj stuff.
happens there. But you know what? I'm too busy. I'm too busy living life. I just felt like giving my 2 cents on this.
And it was just you saying that he's a bad person. Even though by using this logic, you would, because you've done stuff like this on Twitter, whatever.
And for those of you that haven't seen this clip, I just felt like it was worth sharing it with you, because it's oh so funny that,
Once again, keyword clip.
once again,
If we go over to my second channel, you can see best Bunk quote. Bunk is another left political streamer. He's chill. Let's look at this.
I support anyone who plays Pirate 101, and that includes pedophiles.
Now, would you think it's fair to say Bunk actually supports that? Or with context, you would know we were just saying how anyone who's ever done Pirates 101 is not a bad person. And if you can't tell, that's a joke.
They can't live up to their own rules, and whenever they try, this shit ends up happening. Kind of funny.
I'm so dead inside, but we got one more to go. Oh, this is really good. I like this video because it's totally not like Mr. Sin has said the N-word at all.
Point.
It's a clip for nearly 3 years ago now? Nearly 3 years ago now? I think so. Now, what he's going to say is, oh, he said the N-word during the debate. Pretty stupid. That's the tactical N-word, and it's stupid. He was debating Nazis, and he was surprised that they wouldn't say the N-word when most of the time they're saying it. It's more defensible of other reasons to say it, but stupid nonetheless.
In the SS.
Dude,
right?
you can just say niggers.
Yeah, it's bad.
Whew. Wow.
Oh.
So before I have another dishonest Vaush
Also, what the heck? That's all the context you get at the beginning.
fan in my comments section saying, oh, well, it's okay that Vaush said this kind of racist thing because he misspoke at...
Well, if only we had stuff of you, but it wasn't misspeaking.
Forgot to add conservative to the middle. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, doesn't make it any better.
No, it does make it slightly better. It's still stupid, though.
Yeah, let me specify what the main point of this is, you know, in a way that you can understand so that you don't get the straw man again. The point that was made in my previous video, which you can go check out too, it's quite fun, is that Vaush doesn't uphold his own standards.
But you haven't said what those standards are.
Right? The community that he engages in, his fan base that he tries to appeal to, right? That side, that crowd, it's all fake.
What do you mean? His fan base is edgy. Like, you're mad at his fan base for also being edgy, but like, you're edgy too. What?
It's all a facade. Rules for thee, but not for me. As I stated, my point is that if...
Also, I hope he doesn't ask to play the N-word, because that might get me banned.
this was anyone else, Vaush would be waving the flags of, oh, this person is clearly a white supremacist.
Now, where has he done this before? Of course, if he was to show examples, it probably would be people who are white supremacists. Oh...
And na. Of course.
What? Okay, I'm a little confused about that, but let's go on.
Of course, he would do straw man arguments. He would do all the greatest.
But wouldn't you saying that he would do all this stuff without any like evidence, instead of showing like his actual point of view, be considered a straw man in itself?
Things ever that a dishonest person would do on the left. Why did these skeletons come out? Right? Why?
Wait, did this stuff happen exactly to you just like a little bit ago? So why, it's weird seeing you all of a sudden like say, oh, look at this stuff, but then like you did it like 2 months ago.
Why is it happening? Well, it has to do with Nicki Minaj fans.
Oh my gosh, she's sided with Nicki Minaj fans, oh no.
Now, I know in the past people didn't think there was going to be any real use for Nicki Minaj fans, given how they were kind of woke as well. But now it seems like the tides have turned.
He's literally sided with Nicki Minaj fans.
And since Nicki Minaj is, you know, basically the savior of all white people at this point in time, you know, we must bow down to the queen, to the goddess right now. What kind of weird Twilight episode is this? Twilight Zone! But they found Vaush using the hard R about a year.
So they're trying to do one of those things where people use cancel culture just go find old stuff from years ago. I thought you were against this. I thought you were against this. Vaush is against it too. Because Twitter's a bunch of spurgs. I shouldn't really expect much more, but I am dead inside.
A year ago. And then Vaush Well, he has a pinned tweet from a year ago that he goes on to explain why.
Pinned comment, you misspoke.
Why, just exactly why he dropped the N-bomb. And it's basically saying...
Just wait for him to find the child labor clip.
Saying, it's okay when I do it, it's not okay when other people do it. So let's go ahead and read this. In this video, I drop an N-bomb. Big one, hard R. I did this to show my Fuck. Dude, really? Interlocutors. Tell me if I pronounced that right. Vaush uses big words because he's smart, guys.
Okay.
That their language doesn't impress me. That their slurs do not frighten or disarm me. You can...
Okay, I'm tired. It's stupid argument, I know.
But that's a subjective judgment. I invite you all to the video can pop off, and my fan base will basically believe any stupid bullshit that comes out of my mouth. So...
Hey, when you clip it like that, it kind of sounds like he's talking about himself.
It doesn't matter, right? That's what he's saying, and it's pretty true for the most part. I gotta give Vaush credit for that. It's the equivalent of when Hassan Piker is saying...
It's the equivalent of you calling out people for saying the N-word years ago, while you said it, I think, what, it was like 10 times this year?
To tax the rich, right? Meanwhile, you know, rocking a man...
Because as we know, guys, if you're rich and you think people should be taxed, you don't include yourself.
Mansion, a new mansion right there. You know, it's the equivalent of AOC, you know, going to a glamorous event.
Same thing with that one. You're really just pulling out all the cards. Socialism is when no money.
While wearing a dress that says tax the rich.
Does that make the point invalid?
As well, right? It's the equivalent of that. You know, fanatics, you can't change their mind. And this goes for everything, right? This goes for, you know, mostly big creators, right? And I would even drop the commentary community in that.
Like you.
Because there are a lot of hypocrisies and...
Like you!
Semantics that most commentating communities take part in. But the fanatics, the fans, you know, that are attached to their creator will not see this.
Like you, fans!
They won't. That's why it's good to have a level of detachment to the internet as well as your favorite creator. And that's what I'm doing at this point in time. Can't say the same for other people, but that's fine. It's just something that happens. It's not exclusive to Vaush. However, it's something that you point out more in...
Okay, I can't take this anymore. Yeah, I'm dead inside. Okay, so... Strawman's or Pog, good job. You somehow took the cancel culture approach? I thought you were against it, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Stupid. Shut up, car. Yeah, so Sen isn't the brightest. To be fair, you can't really expect much more from some of the commentary community. I'm dead inside.
Socialism is when the government does stuff. And it's more socialism, the more stuff it does. And if it does a real lot of stuff, it's communism.